Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between. I'm Amanda.
And I'm Emily.
And today we're going to be doing an amateur attempts Halloween edition for you.
Woo-hoo!
So, we haven't told each other what treats we'll be making.
Nope.
Alright, so we'll go ahead and start doing our own things, and we'll call each other in about an hour and reveal everything.
Alright, see you guys in a bit.
Bye.
Hello again, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between, and welcome back to my tiny kitchen. Now today, what I'm going to be making for my spooky sweet treat are witch finger cookies. Now I'm going to insert a picture right here for reference. I found this on a website called Food Faith Fitness. The website has it as a paleo recipe, but I'm not going to do that. So we're going to make some adjustments to that recipe and see how it goes. Right.
Okay everyone, so now that Emily's not here, I can go ahead and tell you that I will be making barmbrack. I apologize to the Irish people if I'm mispronouncing that. Barmbrack is a traditional Irish bread that is made on Halloween, and very much like the Brazilian king's cake, you hide things like rings and coins inside and other choking hazards. And whoever manages to get one of these little surprises, that will determine their fortune for the rest of the year. But it's pretty easy to make. But first, before we do that, I'm going to pull my hair back so that we stay as hygienic as possible here. You saw Emily's apron in the last video. Our mom got us these aprons, so it's always nice to use them, especially when one is working with flour.
So first thing we want to do is, it calls for coconut flour, but I am not about to buy coconut flour that I will never use again. So I'm going to be lazy and make some quick oat flour. So if you don't know, if you just take like some easy oatmeal, you can actually blend that up and that makes oat flour, so you don't need to buy real flour.
So last night what I did was I brewed some black tea, I got some whiskey, Jameson of course, and you put raisins inside the black tea and whiskey and you let them soak overnight, so now they're nice and plump and full of the juices and the yumminess. So we'll be adding that to our bread in a little bit. I have preheated my oven to 170 degrees Celsius. Don't ask me to convert that to Fahrenheit, I don't even know. It's kind of odd, it's always really cool to see that from the other side of the world. People having similar traditions, like hiding things inside the cake. Okay, that's buttered. So I know not measuring things out is probably what got me into trouble last time. I still do not have a scale, a kitchen scale. That's the next thing I'm gonna buy. But I'm going to try really hard to make sure that my proportions are all correct this time.
You may also hear a screaming cat in the background. Alright, so now we have 1 cup of oat flour.
225 grams of flour, that's about a cup. Need a bit of baking powder. I wonder if this is supposed to be like a banana bread.
Alright, so now what the recipe calls for is half a cup of coconut oil at room temperature, beat it together with a 1/4 cup? Yes, with a 1/4 cup of honey. I don't use coconut oil ever, so I'm just going to use some of my vegan butter that I usually use.
There's no salt in this recipe. Well, I'm not gonna come around with it because I feel like that'd be a bad idea. Put the salt away.
I need to preheat the oven. Does it say what temperature it needs to be? Oh, 325. Here we go. Now, next thing we do, add in half a teaspoon of vanilla extract and half a teaspoon of almond extract.
I'm using some light brown sugar. Okay. It says mixed spice. It just says mixed spices. I'm going to default on the typical apple pie spices because that's what I think of when I think of fall.
now what we need to do is add in the flour that we made and some salt. So
I think we are looking for a banana bread type mixture. So yeah. I think I am going to add a bit more liquid because it said wet dough.
So let's move it over here actually. This is what the dough looks like so far. Not bad. I'm pretty pleased with that. So the next thing it says we have to do is wrap this dough in saran wrap and put it in the fridge until it's firm and rollable. I don't use saran wrap, so I'm just going to put in some aluminum foil. This works.
It smells good though. It's not quite like banana bread, but I keep comparing it to banana bread. I don't know if that's right. Okay, now all that's left to do should be just to add in the raisins.
So the next part of this recipe is we have to wait for about 15 minutes for the dough to cool, and it gives you instructions for how to make strawberry jam. And I forgot to buy frozen strawberries today, so we're just going to use my regular raspberry jam for this. So while that's chilling, I'm going to try and entertain my yelling cat, and yeah, I'll see you back in about 15 minutes.
So I just did raisins. The recipe calls for a fruit mixture. Other recipes that I found online said raisins and sultanas. So I'm just gonna use the slotted spoon to sift them out of the liquid. Not that I think whiskey's a bad flavor. I'm gonna try one of these actually. Let's try a raisin on its own. Ooh. Well, that's very pleasant. I don't quite get the hint of like the whiskey, but I can taste a bit of the black tea. That's quite pleasant. That sloshing sound. Alright, so now all that's left should be to pour it in and bake for an hour. That's what it looks like now. Ooh, look, those raisins sliding around. Okay, let's get this in the oven.
All right, the dough has been in the fridge for a little over 20 minutes, so let's see how it's looking. It says I need to remove the dough from the refrigerator, roll 1 tablespoon-sized balls into 4-inch long finger shapes. Okay. Ooh. It's still pretty liquidy.
I wonder what the battered dough tastes like. So, don't do this, you'll get salmonella.
Here, let's show you this. This is what it looks like. I mean, it's been in the fridge for quite a while, so I don't know.
Ooh. Oh, that's very nice. Yeah, it's like apple spiced banana bread is how I would describe it.
Let's give it a shot. Oh, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work.
That's pleasant. You're so gross.
That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's too bad. It's too late now. We're on a timeline here. Oh no. Oh, these are not fingers. These are not fingers. Okay, it says we gotta stick these in the freezer, but I have a feeling if I stick it in the freezer, they will never, ever bake. So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna adapt. Because these... they don't look like fingers!
I wonder what the tea whiskey mixture tastes like. Now that the raisins have soaked in it, probably exactly what you'd expect a tea whiskey mixture with raisins to taste like. You know, that's really pleasant too. Yeah, that'd make a fine little drink. I'm not gonna drink out of the bowl. I'm not gonna drink out of the bowl, guys. Don't worry, I'm not that barbaric.
Alright, so what we're gonna do, like I said, is we are going to adapt. So, it says that we have to use one of these slivered almonds as like the fingernail. So you push it in and it looks like the fingernail for each of the little finger. What I think I'm going to do to help hold it together is actually sprinkle on a bunch of almonds and see how that looks, and then add a fingernail or two at the end. Alright, so here's what I did. Let's pray it works. I have never had less faith in myself than I do right now in this moment in time. Alright, into the oven. These not quite fingers go. Alright, so there we are. I'm going to let them bake and pray.
I think that hard work calls for a little glass of Jameson. So, something funny when I moved here, when we say like Jameson or ginger or Jack and ginger and stuff, we mean like ginger ale. So over here, they have ginger ale and also ginger beer. So I wasn't able to find ginger ale until I moved to this new flat, the store next door. They actually do sell ginger ale. Everywhere else I had to just buy ginger beer. And the difference is ginger beer is a lot spicier. It's really much more a ginger drink rather than like a soda, I would say. But it's still quite nice.
Here's the thing, you guys. The flavors of this recipe are really, really good. Like, the cookies are baking in the oven right now, and it smells really, really good. Like, when I tasted the dough, also really good. I think that I must have messed up somehow with my wet to dry ingredient ratio somewhere. Clearly I did. So, we'll see.
It's about halfway through the baking time. I can smell it. Let's see if anything is... Oh! It's not rising terribly much. It's too dark for me to stick my phone in there. I'm not going to open the oven door just to make sure the heat stays on. Turn it up a tiny bit.
You guys, I took a look into the oven to see how the fingers were doing. And it's just, oh no, oh no, oh no. Oh, I'm usually really good at baking. It's just went so wrong.
Also, the recipe said you should put a little ring inside. I don't want to choke on anything tonight, I just want to eat my bread, so I did not put a ring inside.
Alright guys, so me and Mary are getting close to that hour mark, so I'm gonna just go ahead and pull these out. Get them to start cooling. Oh. Oh goodness. Oh my gosh. They look like weirdly shaped pancakes. No. Oh no. I'm so good at baking usually, I promise, but today I was just garbage. Oh no. Oh, goodness.
Okay, I can smell this now, so I think I'm gonna take it out right now. Let's see how it looks.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Anyway, well, either way, once these get cool, we're gonna dip on some raspberry jam to serve as the blood for the bloody fingers that have now turned into unrecognizable chunks of cut off skin. So we'll see you in a minute when it's time to put on the jam.
Okay. Yeah. Let's do the knife test just to be absolutely sure, though. Ooh, that is a dense. That is dense. That is dense. But I'm excited. Okay, it's done, so let's just let this sucker cool. Okay, it's cooled a little bit now. Let's try to take it out. I'm gonna do this with one hand. Not going to be very graceful. Whoop! Don't fall, please. Don't fall, please. Did it work? Did it? Well, I need to do two hands. It came out! Obviously it's upside down right now, but it came out. Let me try to, okay, yeah, it didn't rise as much as I would have expected it to. Just for reference, but you know, it doesn't look bad. It doesn't look bad at all. I'm really excited for this.
Alright guys, so since these look less like fingers and more like discombobulated sections of skin that have been cut off, I'm not gonna do the whole stick the fingernail on thing. I'm just gonna kind of smear the jam along the sides and call it a day. They're fragile. They're fragile. Ah!
So I've got my plates. I've got a little bit of butter to spread on that because it said you should enjoy this with butter and a little cuppa, which is so pleasant and I'm so excited. Okay, let's take a look. Look at that. Look at those raisins. Yes, it is quite dense. Let me get a second piece just because. You know what? It looks good. Oh, look at that. Just put that on the plate right here. It's so tiny against the plate, but you know what? I don't care. It doesn't matter as long as it tastes good. All right, I'm gonna butter one up. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. I dare say that would be absolutely delicious in the afternoon with a cup of tea. That may be what I do tomorrow.
Yeah, these are really fragile. Maybe I'm just gonna have to... Oh no! Oh no! Oh! Oh dear. Well... Oh no. I think I might need a fork. Oh, so instead of that, we're just gonna dribble the jam on to this pile of mess. Alright. Alright. Alright, here it is. That's the final product. That's what it looks like. Happy Halloween.
You look so sad. Please don't be sad.
I sent you the picture of what it was supposed to look like.
Oh! Oh, yeah! Okay, yeah.
Do you want to see
So-
what I got?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
It does matter.
All that matters is that they taste good.
Oh. So instead of witch fingers, I got flayed witch skin with a little blood dribble on top.
I will say that you were a lot more ambitious than me, so you know what? You deserve props and kudos for that.
I'm just usually such a good baker.
I know. I know you are. You're an amazing baker.
Thank you.
I made 2 slices of barmbrack.
What the fuck is barmbrack?
It's an Irish tea bread or a tea loaf, and they make it during Halloween, and it's like king's cake.
I don't know what that is.
You know, Brazilian king's cake, where they hide the little figure of baby Jesus in the cake, and whoever
Right.
finds the baby Jesus wins. Except they put like a ring and a coin and a cloth and all this other shit that could be a choking hazard.
Oh, I was like, it better
inside.
not be a figure of Satan, because that's a very Catholic country.
Do you want to try it? Let's try it.
Alright, let's try it.
Okay, I'm gonna try this part without butter on it first, because I got 2 slices, one with butter and one without. Ooh! That was a nice little chewy kind of pull. Let me see if I can get that for the camera.
The flavors are not bad.
And yours?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's a little too, it's way too crumbly. Actually, not a little. This is way too crumbly.
Oh. Well, if the flavor's good, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
Yours is good. So it has raisins in it. You soak the raisins in whiskey and black tea overnight,
Oh, nice.
and they get nice and plump, and then you put a little bit of that mixture in to the bread mixture, the batter. This is good. I think I could have added more spices to mine because it just said add mixed spice. I think I could have added a little bit more. I was very conservative with it. This is good.
Yeah, again, the flavors in this are really good. I think where I failed was the dry ingredient to wet ingredient ratio.
Let me try this with the butter. Because when I was buttering this, I'm like, I can certainly see this. Me drinking tea on an afternoon with this. Oh, yeah. Oh, that is good.
Nice. I mean, again, this is, it does taste good. It's just, crumbly.
It's not what you expected.
No, it's not what I wanted at all.
I'm so sorry, but you know what? Like I said, you did something really ambitious. I just put mixed ingredients together and put it in a loaf tin. It didn't even rise properly. Look how thick it is.
Do you want to know what I was going to do initially?
What?
I was going to do a guacamole witch. I have the witch's face be guacamole, and the purple tortillas, excuse me, blue corn tortilla chips as the hat, and peppers around the head, and like do a little like onion for the eyes, and like a little jalapeno for the nose. And then Amanda kept on talking this whole week about how excited she was for this video. And all I could think was she's gonna do something really cute and inventive, and I'm just gonna come up with a guacamole witch. And so I picked the witch fingers. And look what happened.
You did do something cute and inventive.
So this has been our amateur attempts video. We'll link the recipes down below in the description if you would like to try them for yourself. Let us know. If you do try them, did yours turn out better than mine?
Well, you know what? Mine was flat and it's a little bland.
Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please remember to smash that like button if you like this video, and subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. We're almost done with 15 days for Halloween. We're getting there.
Yeah.
So we're going to keep on playing some more games and do some more weird stuff. But for right now, I'm Emily.
And I'm Amanda.
We're Amadem, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.
Bye.